Hi, this is Mike Carruthers, producer of the Storytelling Project. I consider Sylvia Dubickas to be part of the bedrock at Eagle Ridge United Church. She glows with humility and warmth. I miss giving her a Sunday hug during this pandemic. She is endowed with the gifts of welcoming, giving, and compassion. It is said the world needs more Canada. I think the world needs more Sylvia. Sylvia was a little reluctant at first to participate in the project. But Michael, I have no stories to tell. But I persisted, and Sylvia, being Sylvia, agreed to participate despite her fears. Sylvia is a very proud grandmother. Those of us who attend Eagle Ridge have seen her almost vibrate with pride as she tells us of the latest exploit of her soccer players' grandsons. Her oldest grandson, Kadin, is a professional soccer player playing in the Canadian Professional Soccer League, and Sylvia once, thanks to technology, can even during this time of COVID watch every game on the internet. Sylvia tells me that she grew up fast in Prince Edward Island with her 6 sisters and one brother. Sylvia left home young to move to Toronto to work with Bell Canada, and it was in Toronto that Sylvia met her husband Brian. Brian and Sylvia have lived in 6 provinces, settling in Coquitlam in 1980. Enough from me. Time to hear from Sylvia. If she is looking for another grandchild, I am open to being adopted. Enjoy.
My name is Sylvia Dubickas.
Well, thank you so much for coming, Sylvia. Now, is there any story you want to share with me this morning? Well,
I don't know.
I know, because we've talked about this a lot, that you're very excited about your grandsons that who play soccer and trying to make a professional career out of it.
That's right.
And your oldest grandson who plays this?
He plays with in the Canadian Premier League.
Yeah.
He plays for Pacific FC over in Victoria.
Yeah. And his name is?
His name is Kadin Chung.
I saw Kadin play. He's great.
He's. They're saying he's one of the best right backs in the league. I guess I don't know if that's just one person's opinion, but it doesn't sound like it is. There's lots of.
So you're watching all the games?
Watching all his games. They've just finished their last game, and he came home last night to Victoria, I guess.
What's the best part of being his grandmother?
Just being Kadin's grandmother. He's a very good, always has been a very good kid. I have 3 grandsons, and they're all very good. Doing well at whatever they chose to do.
What got them into soccer?
I don't know. I wasn't a soccer player. There was no soccer in our family. My daughter never played soccer. My son-in-law may have played when he was in school, but they just, from the time Kadin was just little, he always wanted to play with the ball. He always had a ball. And when he started, even in kindergarten, he would go outside and play soccer with the boys.
Yeah.
When his grandfather, my husband, would go and pick him up at school, he always let him stay after school and play with the boys.
Okay.
And he said he could tell even then that Kadin was going to be a good soccer player. Because my husband was always, he played soccer as a kid, just at school, I guess, but soccer was very well known in Scotland at the time because that's where he grew up. And
now, I understand from knowing you all these years, it's been a few years now, that you're from Prince Edward Island originally.
I am.
So how
I
did you
am.
end up in Coquitlam?
I don't know. Well, I married a man from Scotland, and he liked to travel. He liked to go different places. So
Where did you meet him?
in Toronto.
In Toronto.
Yes.
Okay.
We met in Toronto, and we've lived in 6 different provinces. We met in Toronto. Then we moved to Alberta. We lived there for a while. Our daughter was born in Alberta. Our son was born in Toronto. And then we moved back east, back to Nova Scotia.
Okay.
We lived there for a while. Then we moved to New Brunswick. And then he took a trip out here to Vancouver one spring to visit some friends. And he phoned me and he said, "Put the house up for sale. We're moving out here." So within about a month, I guess it was, we had sold the house and moved out here. That was in 1980. We moved to. It didn't bother me to move around.
Okay. What was your husband's career?
He was in engineering, mechanical engineering, and.
I guess he's been a handy guy to have around the house.
Not really. Well, yeah, he could do quite a bit, but and then of course our son has a bit of that experience as well, engineering. But once we moved here to Vancouver, I guess we figured that was far enough. And now that our family is all settled here, I would like to go back to PEI, but I wouldn't leave the family and go back there. So
snow there, I understand.
they do get snow. They do get a lot of snow. Anywhere else in Canada, you get more snow than here. Yeah.
So you have brothers and sisters in PEI then?
I have 6 sisters in PEI. I had one brother, but he passed away a couple of years ago. So, yeah.
Well, I can imagine. I have 3 sisters, and that was quite the deal. 6? Wow.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I also know you're involved with the prayer shawl ministry here at Eagle Ridge.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. We decided a few years back that we would, a group of ladies would get together and knit prayer shawls for anyone needing for comfort and when they were sick or any kind of trouble in their lives or whatever, if they would like to have a prayer shawl. So we did. We've done hundreds of them, I'm sure. They're all over. We've shipped them to Korea and to, I believe there's one in France somewhere. There's in the United States. So people send them all over.
How's the church get approached on that? Or people just know that it's happening and they approach you, or is it?
Well, it's usually in the life of the community.
People from our community.
Yes, yeah, they know that the shawls are here at the church, and they can ask. They can ask at the office, or they can ask any one of us for the prayer shawls, and they are free. We don't charge for them.
I think that's a wonderful ministry. I love that.
It is, yes, yeah. Most people that get them really appreciate them.
Do you have any stories about growing up that you want to share with me, or this means wonderful what you've given me so far.
Growing up, I don't. I grew up pretty fast, I think, because I was, when I graduated from high school, I left PEI and went to Ontario, went to Toronto. I worked for Bell Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was with them when they moved out to Don Mills.
Yeah.
That was 1968. And I met my husband shortly after that. And we were married.
When you worked for Bill, were you an operator with them? Or
no, I was in the accounting office. Accounts payable office.
and after you got married to your husband, did you work for some other companies doing accounting?
No, I didn't work. After we had kids, I stayed at home and looked after our kids. And I never went back to work till my son was 13.
They were very lucky.
Yeah. So, and then it was after I came out here, I came to BC, that I went back to work and took a computerized accounting course. And then I worked for different companies mostly in the offices, doing accounting work or whatever. So.
That's lovely. Thank you. I think you should get off the stand now.
Okay.
Your interview is over, but I got to know you a little bit better from this, Sylvia. I'm sure other people will love to hear this story. So.
Well, I don't know how interesting it is, but
you're a bedrock of our community here. So I'm really happy to be able to share this. So, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.